Are we able to see Anita ji? Yeah, Anita ji, we can see you. Yes, thank you. All auspicious functions commence with the lighting of the lamp. The lamp leads us from darkness towards light. It burns only to give a message of peace and light to the world. Thank you very much, Anita ji.
Here are a few housekeeping rules. Please try to keep your cameras on and stay on mute. Please use your actual names. You have the permission to rename yourself. Now we present our Sewa theme song, which is in the most ancient language of India called Sanskrit. Shreya and Aditya, over to you.
मनसा सततं स्मरणीयं वचसा सततं वदनीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयम्
मनसा सततं स्मरणीयं वचसा सततं वदनीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयम्
न भोगभवने रमणीयं न च शुकशयने शयनीयम् अहर्निशं जागरणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयम् मनसा सततं स्मरणीयं वचसा सततं वदनीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयम्
न जातु दुःखं गणनीयं न च निजसौख्यं मननीयं कार्यक्षेत्रे त्वरणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं मनसा सततं स्मरणीयं वचसा सततं वदनीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयं लोकहितं मम करणीयम्.
That was beautiful. That's a very, very beautiful song. We always follow this as we sing. And in summary, the song gives us a message that our duty is to do good to humanity and not to focus on material pleasures. That's our motto. Now we will over to Rajesh ji. I would like to invite our Central Jersey chapter coordinator, Rajesh ji Sharma, to brief us on the chapter activities. Rajesh ji.
Namaste and good afternoon. Welcome to Sewa Milan 2020 of Central New Jersey chapter. I'm very happy to announce a few of the initiatives we have taken this year and from where we started in 2018, primarily focusing on youth volunteering, promoting volunteering to where we are in 2020. I would like to take a quick view on our journey, and this slide that I'm going to show you is very important, and I'll go over this as how from 2018 when we started this chapter to today, what has happened in our chapter. As you know, initially our focus was only on promoting volunteerism in high school kids. Later on, we, as part of the 2020, when the pandemic hit us, we actually spread our wings into family services and disaster management. I will have that slides up in a second, and then we can walk you through the projections how we have. In 2018, when we started, we had approximately 60 leads in our initial program. And we had put in about 9,000 plus hours of volunteering services. We had 3 centers, Edison, Monroe, and Chesterfield. That was covering the New Jersey. We had only thing that we were doing in terms of local serve is adopt a highway. We had adopted 2 miles of Metatron Route 27. And as you can see on the slide in 2018, that was our snapshot in 2018. Our program, youth program runs from November to October. So when I say 2018, it is 2018 to 2019. And 2019 to 2020, we had almost 95 leads registered in our program. We added 1 more center, Cherry Hill in South, close to Philadelphia, New Jersey. And this year, we also started to do some family services projects. And this year, we have put about 20,000 plus hours of volunteering. This is only lead volunteering. And we will talk about other volunteering that we have added onto it. Come this year in 2020, because of the pandemic, and we started with another center in Somerset. So now we have about 4 centers running in Central New Jersey chapter. And we also added helpline during the pandemic, which is 702-900 Sewa. And we were doing a lot of COVID support that we will talk about in down the program in detail. Family services, we started to do a lot of initiative as part of this helpline and part of family services. And of course, in this year, until now, within like an hour, a month and a half, we have already put in about 2,000 plus hours of volunteering. As you can see, from 2018 to 2020, our registration has doubled. We have added 2 more centers. And this year, we had to stop registration because of the pandemic. We are not able to do as many outside projects. Now I want to give you a quick highlight. On the right side of the slide, you will see this year, even though this was a very tough year, and in this adversity, we were still able to do good for the community. We were nominated as the top community service organization by Middlesex County. Those of you who live here must have seen that the radio and TV covered us. About 18 or 20 channels were talking about Sewa International and 3 more other community service organizations in the area. We had run a very successful mission mask, handmade mask. We will talk more detail about it. This was some initiative we did at the national level. We started a new initiative called Sewa Meal for Homeless, where our leads actually cook hot meal and supply to United Methodist Church, where homeless will get served. These are done twice a month. Other than that, as a new initiative recently, we are able to now connect with the Lenape tribe, Turtle Clan of New Jersey, and we're trying to help them out in COVID and various other situations. Last but not least, we ran 2 drive-through events this year for PPE and food distribution. Now I would like to share a small clip. It's very personal to me. Dr. Patel from St. Michael's Hospital.
This is Dr. Nilesh Patel. I'm Chief of Cardiac Surgery at St. Michael Medical Center in Newark. First of all, I would like to thank you and Sewa International for helping us out. Within 3 hours, you gave a very precious gift, which was KN95-200 mask. I think we need more and more people like you to support our fight against Corona. Again, I'm really thankful to you, and please do not hesitate if I can be of any use to you or your foundation. Thank you so much, Rajesh Bhai.
So that was Dr. Patel. He is a top-rated New York, New Jersey cardiologist. So I want to switch to another slide. This is the list of our partners/beneficiary. Partner because there are various collaboration we are having, and then beneficiary in the sense some of these are beneficiary of the project that our leads are doing. On the left-hand side on the top, you see this slide has about 40 odd organizations here. On the left-hand top, what you see is all the township. We have Border Town, Mansfield, below that is Metuchen, on the right of it is Edison, and all the various townships we are serving from Edison to all the way South Jersey. On the bottom portion, you will see some of the hospitals we collaborated with, including Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and JFK Medical Center. On the right-hand side on the top are the food banks or the food pantries where our leads are going and volunteers are going and helping out, serving food, donating to them, collecting food for them. On the left hand and middle some of this section you see is the Watershed Institute and LRWP. These are very scientific methods of applying the water pollution and other institutes. Our kids participate in their program. LRW stands for Lower Raritan Watershed Partnership. Other than that, if you see, there are few very distinct icons. One is Thomas Edison Center, where we go and help out every year, twice or thrice. The center red strip icon that you see is the veteran home. We are helping go and help out at veteran homes in Menlo Park, Edison area. You will see Kiddie Keep Well Camp. That is our flagship project. We have been serving underserved kids over there for many years now. These are a handful of it. There are more that we serve, and as time comes, we will talk to you about those. There are churches that we are serving: the United Methodist Church and the St. Mary's Church, where we go and serve the homeless the food. I would like to take you to the last slide of my presentation. As compared to the previous slide, as you can see, this is not as rich. We are a very new chapter. We are starting to get some sponsorship lately. Rising Future, Punjabi Chambers of Commerce, State Farm Shilpa RTG, and staff preps. They are helping whenever we need some support. They are able to help us, which we had this slide as well as populated as the previous one. We are working on it, and you are here today to witness the sponsorship and the beneficiary organizations for us. So please stay back. We have a lot of things for you. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate that you could grace this occasion for us. With this last clip from an hospital, St. Mary's Hospital in Newark.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Warner, and I'm one of the administrators at St. Mary's General Hospital in Passaic, New Jersey. And I'm here today to thank you so sincerely for the wonderful donations you've given our hospital. These donations have helped protect the lives of our healthcare workers as they work to save the lives of others. I'm going to introduce you to some of them now.
Hello, my name is Dr. Stanley Sweat. I'm director of the Cardiac Cath Lab at St. Mary's General Hospital. Myself and my staff would like to personally thank all the people who have donated the N95 masks to not only protect us and our patients that we do procedures on, but the rest of the public.
Hi, my name is Joe Virouette. I'm the Director of Purchasing at St. Mary's Hospital. I would like to thank Sewa for their donation of N95 masks that I'm able to supply to my nursing staff, and once again, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
That was St. Mary's Hospital in Newark. Both the hospital clips that I showed you are from non-profit organizations, so they were in short supplies of PPE. This particular video was exclusively released for Sewa International. Thank you very much. I will take it over to Chitra ji and Akhila ji for continuation of the program.
Thank you, Rajeshri. Moving on, our volunteers are multi-talented. Next performance is Indian classical Bharatanatyam dance by Astha, Akshara, and Sanjana.
That was a beautiful performance, Asta, Akshara, and Sanjana. Before we move on, I would like to inform few of our dignitaries have joined. We have Arunji Shroff, who's our chief guest, who's joined us. Daniel Hish, councilman from Metachin, has joined. Pareshji Jain, staff's prep, he's joined us. Shamji, one other chief guest, also has joined us. Mr. Birendra Singh joined, and Mrs. Sunita Soni, his wife, who sponsors the Riding Future, and Dennis Potatas Dale from Chesterfield Township, committee member, also has joined us. Moving on, I would like to invite Akila ji to say a few details about the mission mask we had.
Thank you, Chitraji. Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk about our Mission Mask project. As we all know, in the early days of pandemic, the hospitals and first responders were short of masks and other protective gears, cause of which they had to use the same mask for multiple days, exposing themselves to danger. Sewa team quickly worked up on how we can help in this situation. Say in about 2 weeks, we were able to gather volunteers ready to stitch masks with 100% cotton that they had at home. Soon, we also had people donating fabrics and machines. Many volunteers from different communities joined in stitching 2 and 3 layers mask. These were the washable, reusable masks which the doctors used to cover their existing N95 mask. By the end of the first month, we had about 150 volunteers working on procuring these materials, stitching the masks, and coordinating in delivering these masks to the hospitals. So far, we have delivered to about 30 hospitals in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. 10,600 handmade masks were donated. 150 volunteers from 6 centers: Jersey City, Edison, South Brunswick, Somerset, Monroe, and Chesterfield. I know some of us have joined here, and I think I can hear them cheering up. Anyway, 6,200 volunteering hours were spent. With this scale, we were able to help not just the hospitals in our nearby cities and states, but we were also able to train volunteers in DC, Minneapolis, Tennessee, Texas, and Florida. We also sent masks to centers in Arizona and Florida. You will now watch a small video on all about the mission mask. Thank you. Over to Chitraji.
That was amazing. 150 people coming together and doing something amazing. Okay, a few more people, special guests, and few people have joined. I would like to warm welcome them. Nancy from Chesterfield Green Team, Sumit Soin, Sumit Soinji has joined, and Arunji Kankani has joined. He's our president of Sewa International. Thank you all, and I hope we will have the rest of the program moving along. We will start presenting the projects done by all our centers. To begin with, we will present you the common projects that were done across all the centers.
These are the featured projects done across all 5 centers, including Cherry Hill, Chesterfield, Edison, Monroe, and Somerset. Cutlery Bundle Project. More than 50 volunteers from Chesterfield, Cherry Hill, and Monroe made more than 15,000 cutlery bundles and donated them to the Trenton area soup kitchen. This project took about 700 hours to complete. A special thanks to our sponsors Mikhail and Shilpa Rathi from Maheshwari Mahasabha of North America and State Farm Insurance for sponsoring 8,000 bundles. Princeton Paper Crane Project. The Princeton Paper Crane Project is a community initiative symbolic of love, peace for all, and honor for all the lives lost in the pandemic. 1,000 paper cranes depict optimism and hope during these challenging times. The 59 leads and their families across the Central Jersey chapter made 9,500 cranes within 5 days. It took approximately 1,150 hours to make these cranes.
Online tutoring. 85 volunteers across the Central Jersey Sewa chapter conducted tutoring sessions for 91 students from 1st to 10th grade. The volunteers took 2 one-hour sessions every week in math, ELA, biology, and homework help. Online workshops. Apart from tutoring, Central Jersey Sewa volunteers conducted several workshops to keep kids of all ages busy throughout the summer. The workshops included Vedic mathematics, chess for beginners and intermediate level, HTML, CSS, Java, Python, STEM science, and arts and crafts. The fund raised from these workshops was donated to sponsor a child program. More than 150 students registered for these workshops. Roots for Rivers. As part of the Roots for Rivers initiative, 50-plus Central Jersey Sewa volunteers have planted 500-plus trees at Rosedale Park, Pennington. Roots for Rivers is a tree planting program by New Jersey's Nature Conservancy to reforest floodplain areas to help improve water quality and habitat conditions. Treats for Troops Candy Drive. Central Jersey Sewa Leads have initiated Treats for Troops, a candy collection drive to support servicemen and women who have been deployed overseas. This initiative was a huge success, and we were able to collect about 3,000 lbs of candy and chocolate. About 500 pounds were delivered to West Windsor Police Department, and the rest to Soldier Angels and Operation Gratitude. They were then shipped to troops deployed overseas. Sewa Diwali Food Drive. Diwali is a festival of lights, a festival of sharing, triumph over misery, and spreading happiness. In the true spirit of Diwali, our Sewa Leads across the Central Jersey chapter conducted a food drive and received an overwhelming response from local communities. Together, they were able to collect a total of 12,500 pounds of non-perishable food donations. All the collected food was delivered to various local food banks, such as Allentown Presbyterian Church, St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in Bordentown, Homefront Lawrenceville, South Jersey Food Bank, Camden Cathedral Kitchen, Cherry Hill Food Pantry, Franklin Food Bank, Rise Food Pantry in Hightstown, Bethel Church in Cherry Hill, Methodist Church in New Brunswick, and Mercer Street Friends Food Bank in Ewing. Cherry Hill Community Garden. This community garden project is very specific to Cherry Hill. The Cherry Hill Leads worked tirelessly since May to keep their local community garden beautiful and maintained. They have spent long hours preparing the soil, de-weeding, seeding, and caring for the plants.
Those were very wonderful project, isn't it? Okay, so now I call Isha from Chesterfield to share her experience about this program.
Isha, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, thank you. It wasn't letting me unmute myself.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Isha Shrivastava, a former lead for Central Jersey Sewa in Chesterfield. And Sewa has proven to be very beneficial in many aspects of my life, from spending hours planting trees in the summer heat to waking up at 6 a.m. and painting benches in our community. I'm sure everyone remembers that. I have learned what true hands-on service is. Sewa has helped me grow and taught me the importance of encouraging and helping others around us, as we all did in our tutoring sessions this summer. And experiences such as going door to door to collect clothing for the winter clothing drive has also shown me that we shouldn't take simple things such as a winter coat for granted. Through Sewa, I have begun to understand my responsibility as a part of society and how to use my standing to help others. Sewa means service above self, and it's embedded in our own culture. And now I can proudly say I have successfully included this element of our culture in my life. The lessons I've learned in Sewa will follow me through college and beyond.
Would you want to unmute yourself, Chitraji?
I'm sorry. I want to welcome Ellen Somanetti, who is a master gardener and volunteer at Marlborough, Mr. Jonathan Liss, ex-director R&D of Subcom. We have Sandeep Kandekar ji, Prem ji, Arvind ji from Sewa, who's also joined us. Thank you all, warm welcome. Now let's see some of the projects that our Chesterfield Leads did last year.
These are the projects that we did this year. Harvest Fest. 25 Chesterfield Sewa volunteers helped set up and take down vendor booths and decorations at the Harvest Fest last fall. Certified CPR Workshop. 30 Sewa volunteers completed a certified life-saving intense 7-hour CPR and first aid workshop conducted by Mansfield EMT. Jingle All the Way 3K. 15 Sewa volunteers helped with various activities at this prestigious event. It brings together thousands of people and was held at Special Olympics New Jersey Sports Complex. Hope Loves Book Company Fair. 10 Sewa volunteers helped young kids with a painting and craft workshop held at local Barnes & Noble's bookstore. Chesterfield Heritage Plein Air Art Exhibition and Sale. 10 volunteers helped out at Chesterfield's Historical Society's annual art exhibition and sale. Holiday cards. The Chesterfield Sewa team made 65 holiday cards and gave them to the Bordentown Library. These cards were given to senior centers, children's hospitals, homeless, and food shelters. Voters Registration Drive. Early this year, about 6 volunteers helped with the Voters Registration Drive held at Chesterfield Township. Jersey Cares Coat Sorting. In early January, 30 volunteers from Chesterfield drove down 60 miles north to Uniontown to help with the sorting of 5,000 coats, jackets, sweaters, and hats organized by Jersey Cares. Winter Coat Drive. Sewa held a coat drive where they collected 700 plus winter clothing and 60 boxes of toys and donated them to Trenton Rescue Mission. Martin Luther King Day Service. On MLK Day, 40 Sewa volunteers participated in various activities, including painting school murals and building kits for children in shelters. This was held at McAfee Elementary School in Somerset. Habitat for Humanity. 20 volunteers unloaded and sorted 200 plus various sized carpets and 100 plus tile boxes. First Responder Appreciation. Sewa, along with HSS volunteers, appreciated about 150 first responders from 7 neighboring towns. Cleanups. Sewa volunteers participated in various community cleanups and cleaned over 18 miles in towns last fall and this spring and summer. Tree fencing. 20 Chesterfield Sewa volunteers fenced over 100 trees in the community to protect them from beavers. Roebling fence art. In response to the Roebling Museum's call for community fence art, Chesterfield Leads proposed an idea and made a wing with 2,500 flowers. The flowers were made from pipe cleaners and each flower took about 5 minutes. Bordentown People's Choice Survey. The Sewa Lead volunteers designed and built a People's Choice Survey for Bordentown Historical Society using the SurveyMonkey platform. Pumpkin compost. After Halloween and Thanksgiving, the Chesterfield Sewa team collected 700 pumpkins from the community and dropped them off at the farm where they were converted into compost. Food pantry donations. Sewa volunteer and local business owner Ram Maladi has donated over 150 cases of vegetables and bakery products since March. Ram's tremendous amount of food donations to the local food pantries has helped to feed hundreds of underprivileged families. Sewa took care of delivering them to the local food pantries.
It's wonderful to see such unique projects. Awesome. Okay, so now we take a small break from the projects. We will now listen to a piano performance by Aditi. Aditi from Monroe. I know I see many other Aditis. And thank you all for keeping your cameras on. Those who have not, please turn on your cameras so we get to see you as well.
Akilaji, did you know the count has gone up to 186 participants?
Awesome, very nice.
Very nice turnout. Really, really glad.
Anita ji, can we have Aditi for piano?
I've muted Advik's iPad.
Yeah, so if you want to spotlight her. Pardon the little technical challenges here. Thank you. Yes, here is Aditi on piano.
There she is. That was beautiful, Aditi. Extremely well played. That was Carols of the Bells for all of you. Welcoming the holiday spirit with a piano performance by Aditi. Thanks again, Aditi. Now let's continue with the project presentation. We will take a look at the Edison Center's project from last year. Before that, I request Srishti to share her experience.
Namaste everyone, I am Srishti. I'm a former lead from Edison. I joined Sewa when I was a senior in high school. I know senior year can get crazy with APs and college apps, but Sewa did not come in the way. In fact, Sewa helped me and made me more confident in my writing skills. The reports we write in Sewa for events has really been helpful for me. I love HTML and CSS. Sewa gave me a platform to teach those languages. I taught 16 kids and we generated $480. All that money went to sponsor a child's education in India. During my senior year, I went to a couple of college interviews, and the interviewers would look at my resume and ask me what Sewa was. I would tell them Sewa meant service, and we were always ready to help our community by providing food and clothing. The interviewers looked pretty impressed by the answer, and I felt really proud to be a part of Sewa.
That's very nice, Srishti. Thank you. That sure is very encouraging for the next leads, right? Those who are joining. Now here we have the projects from Edison team that you'll watch next.
2020 LEAD Program. Summary of Edison projects. Winter Code Drive. Leads collected 200 plus codes. After the collection of codes, around 15 volunteers gathered at a location and helped sort the codes, first by gender, then by size. They were then bagged and taped, ready for distribution. Adopt a highway. The Edison branch of Sewa International has adopted a section of Route 27 in Metuchen, New Jersey. Leads older than 16 as well as parent volunteers quarterly go and clean up the highway. Food for the homeless. Leads prepare food twice a month for around 80 homeless people and deliver for distribution. Once in a month, Leads prepare homemade food. The second time around, Lead and parent volunteers get together at one place to create brown bag meals. Each brown bag includes 2 burritos, a fruit, along with chips and juice. Greenbrook River Cleanup. Around 10 Leads and parent volunteers went to Greenbrook River to clean up the trash by participating with the Lower Raritan Watershed Organization. The volunteers braved cold, mucky weather and diligently worked to pick up, bag, and throw out the trash. Radha Gopinath Temple. Edison Sewa International Leads often go to Radha Gopinath Temple and help with various things. Before the pandemic, Leads used to help serve food to around 200 devotees and also participate and volunteer during festivals, such as Holi and Janmashtami. Currently, with social distancing guidelines in mind, they help with garden maintenance, painting the walls, and cleaning up after. Kitty Keep Well Camp. Leads do a lot of activities at Kitty Keep Well Camp. Some of their activities include managing camp events for underprivileged kids, helping with garden and weed removal, and renovating and painting the walls. Thomas Edison Center and State Park. During the summer months, Leads go to Thomas Edison Center and State Park, where they help with cleaning up the park, removing trash, weeds, and helping with gardening. Community Desk Building. Edison Sewa Leads participated in the community desk building to create desks for local students in need. The Leads were part of more than 50 donors and volunteers. Along with the help of Sewa International Edison Leads and other volunteers, they were able to create 100 desks in just over 50 days. Hands of Hope. Leads go to Hands of Hope, a local food pantry where they help the seniors carry their groceries to their cars. Veterans Home. Leads go to a local veterans home where they help entertain the veterans by playing games such as balloon volleyball and asking them trivia questions. Thank you.
I have to apologize in advance. I would like to welcome Mrs. Jennifer Kuiwa-Sowinsky. I'm sure I didn't say your last name wrong. Very sorry. I welcome you, Mrs. Jennifer. She's from the NBTHS School Counselor and 504 coordinator. We welcome you. And we also have, now I invite Anurag from Monroe to say a few words. I have to apologize in advance. I would like to welcome Mrs. Jennifer Kuiwa-Sowinsky. I'm sure I didn't say your last name wrong. Very sorry. I welcome you, Mrs. Jennifer. She's from NBTHS School Counselor and 504 Coordinator. We welcome you. And we also have, now I invite Anurag from Monroe to say a few words.
Anurag, you want to unmute yourself, please?
Oh, sorry, that was weird.
Thank you. No worries. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anurag Dadapaneni, and I'm a senior at Monroe Township High School, and I've been a Sewa Lead for 3 years. To start off, I want to say that Sewa Lead was amazing as an experience and as an opportunity for me in my high school. On a superficial level, Sewa is a great way to earn volunteer hours. I have earned over 400 hours of volunteer service in the past couple of years, and I was able to get a Gold Presidential Service Award, all of which was super important for me to get into a good college. Sewa streamlines this process and the program, and it just made it so easy and helpful for me to get a lot of volunteering in. But more importantly, volunteering at Sewa builds character and helps you mature. It exposes you to a lot of real-world scenarios, and the work you do has a positive impact on the world around you. One of the most impactful projects which I had with Sewa was working at the Kiddie Heap Ball Camp. This is a summer camp for underprivileged kids to go to in the summer, to have fun, make friends, and stay safe. And here the Sewa Leads worked in the kitchen to complete chores like cleaning the cafeteria, washing dishes, and prepping or cooking the food. Many of the leads, myself included, had no experience doing work like this, so it was great that we were able to learn how to do household chores. But more importantly, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of amazing people who I would have never had the chance to talk to anywhere else. I met people like foreign exchange students, an old woman who has been working at the camp for decades, and even a parolee who is doing volunteer service. And overall, the connections I've made during this time was spectacular and something I wouldn't have had the chance for anywhere else. Another great thing about Sewa is that I had so many leadership opportunities, and it helped mold me into a really capable.
I believe we got a little technical challenges, right, with the virtual Zoom sessions. Anyways, thank you, Anurag, for enlightening us with your experience. I would also like to welcome, we have our former mayor, Rita Romeo, who has joined us. Welcome, Rita. Now we are moving on to the project that was done by the Monroe team. You can watch this video. Enjoy.
From the Sewa 2019 to 2020 LEAD program. Dinner for First Responders. 4 Sewa Leads made dishes like pasta and sandwiches and prepared 50 meals to thank first responders for their service during the pandemic. These meals were given to volunteer firehouses 1 and 2 of Monroe, and they were delivered with cards that one of the leads made for them. Community Gardens. 5 leads contributed to the Monroe Community Garden by planting vegetables for donation and helping maintain the garden. They visited the garden every Saturday morning and did various tasks like turning over soil, weeding, and helping prepare new plant beds. They helped put the garden to sleep this winter so it will be ready for spring of 2021. Similar efforts were made in the Marlborough Community Garden. Brown Bag Lunch Project. In this project, Leads packed lunch bags for Rise Food Pantry in Monroe Township. 10 leads met up each month to make sandwiches and pack them with other items like chips and fruit. Watershed Trail Cleanup. Leads helped the environment by cleaning up the Pennington Watershed Trail. They picked up litter and cut long branches that might harm people walking on the trail. Leads say that this project also allowed them to enjoy nature.
This pandemic has been very challenging, right? But still, if you see all these projects, very creative, very innovative ways of trying to help and give back to the community. Really, kudos to all the leads. Great projects, great work. So as I said, even during the peak pandemic times, our volunteers were relentless, working to assist our first responders, students, and needy families. Now I invite Rekha ji to talk about the COVID efforts and the Sewa hotline. Rekha ji?
Thank you, Chitraji, and namaste, everybody. I'm Rekha Ravi. I'm coordinator for Family Services, Central Jersey. Now, I'm going to speak about Sewa COVID-19 helplines established by Sewa International to provide non-medical services to the families and communities. So our chapter was supporting two helplines that you can see here, Sewa Central NJ Hotline and Sewa East Coast Helpline. Sewa Central NJ Hotline was serving all the New Jersey communities, and East Coast Helpline was serving all East Coast states, including New Jersey. Helpline volunteers responded to the following requests. The first one was food and grocery delivery to the senior citizens, COVID-19 patients, and stranded students. To address these calls, the Sewa volunteers, along with other participating organizations and local volunteers, delivered this food, grocery, etc. at the doorstep of these needy people. So you can see one picture at the extreme right side of the slide where the husband got COVID positive, but wife and kid were negative, COVID negative. So, but they didn't have enough food for the day and the next 3-4 weeks. So at that time, they contacted Sewa Helpline. So with the help of the local volunteers, they delivered all the food, groceries, everything for the next few weeks at their apartment by taking all the precautionary measures. The second category was for PPE distribution. So these requests were from first responders and hospitals. Based on the availability, the volunteers delivered these PPEs at their clinics, and CNJ Helpline also attended calls regarding Metachin PPE drive, which happened in Metachin during the COVID peak season. And through this drive-through event, around 25,000 of PPEs got distributed among more than 25 first responders in the NJ state. The third category was for prescription of drugs for the elderly parents who are visiting the US, and because of the travel ban, they could not go back to India. And their prescriptions for diabetic medicines, then BP medicine, asthmatic drugs, etc., they got ran out, and they needed prescription for the equivalent medicines. So the helpline volunteers attended these calls and helped them by connecting them with a panel of doctors who were ready to give prescription for these drugs at a nearby pharmacy. Then helpline also attended calls regarding summer fundraising programs by lead volunteers and other lead volunteering events also. For example, summer tutoring programs, winter coat drive, summer art and craft classes, etc. Lastly, through the helpline, Sewa provided accommodation to the stranded students in collaboration with Indian Embassy. Most of these students had graduated from different universities and were stranded here due to the travel ban. And with the help of Director of Programs and Project Sewa International, Prem Pusuluriji, he made some arrangements with motel owners and provided free accommodation till they were leaving back to India. Through this ordeal, the Sewa volunteers also helped these stranded students to deal with their mental trauma at that time by connecting them every day, and they provided travel related information also to these students. So through this, the Sewa volunteers received enormous amount of appreciation from the parents and the students also. Some of the feedbacks you can see at the bottom of the slide also. So it was immensely gratifying to be a part of Sewa International and Sewa initiatives, and I'm looking forward to contributing to more such initiatives in the future and to help the community and create an impact in their lives. Thank you so much. Over to you, Chitraji and Akilaji.
It is very heartwarming to hear how in different ways we have been able to reach out to the people during this pandemic times. Thank you, Rekhaji. That was very wonderful. Now I invite the Central Jersey Coordinator for Programs, Anita Ji, to talk about Sponsor a Child program. Over to you, Anita Ji. I think you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to this ceremony that's happening today. It was wonderful to see all these leads performing the dance, the piano, and the song, everything. So good job, leads. Now we will talk a little bit about the sponsored child program. So some of the leads or the parents, when you join the lead program that we provide in Central New Jersey, you might be wondering what is happening with this program. Like, one part of it is we help our local communities, we serve our local communities, but we also do some fundraising. We raise funds as part of this project. And what happens to this fund? Where are we putting these funds to use? So the answer to that is the Sponsor a Child. So there is a place in Tamil Nadu in Nagapattinam district. The name is Sri Guruji Anbu Illam, and this is the place where we are sponsoring with all the funds that we have raised, specifically from Central New Jersey chapter. And this place has about 30 girl children. They're all mostly those that are, that have survived the tsunami and orphan children from the nearby villages. So they live here. It's like a residential girls hostel. The girls live here and they get education from here, and Central New Jersey chapter is supporting them. We have these details in the Sponsor a Child website, and we work with the India coordinator for this Sponsor a Child program to get everything done through seamlessly. And it's one of my personal wish to go and visit this place. I haven't been to India after we have finalized all these details. So after the pandemic is over, when things get back to normal, I want to go back there and meet these children in person and greet them. And yeah, that's about this program. And if anyone is interested in general about Sponsor a Child stream in Sewa International, you can always go to our website and go to the Sponsor a Child and look through the details. So you could contribute to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita ji. Indeed, it's a very great cause. So please do, we request all of you to support that. Okay, now moving on. Today, it's our pleasure to have Mr. Arun Shroff as our chief guest. Arunji Shroff is a serial entrepreneur and currently founder and CEO of Extended AI, a startup using AI to solve challenges in various domains, including health, energy, and education. Their first product in AI is for medical diagnostics. He is also co-founder of Med India, a leading health website. In addition, Arunji is a topic lead at WHO's focus group in AI for health. Previously, he worked as a management consultant for Deloitte. He is on the advisory board of multiple startups and nonprofits and has been an invite speaker and panelist at the UN AI for Good conferences and at various other universities. Arunji has BTech from IIT Madras, an MBA from IIM Ahmedabad, MS in Computer Science from Penn State University. I now invite Arunji to share his thoughts and advice to all of us.
Okay. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And namaste, everybody. It's a real honor and a pleasure to be part of the annual Volunteer Appreciation and Award Ceremony of Sewa International. My sincere thanks to Sewa International and Rajesh in particular for inviting me to your function and giving me this opportunity to be part of the celebration today. So when Rajesh ji first mentioned about Sewa, International and the work they're doing, I was instantly drawn to the name of your organization and what it means. As you know, Seva is a Sanskrit word that means service, not just service, but selfless service. That is service performed without any expectation of result or reward for performing it. And this is also, I saw your website, it stated as your mission to serve selflessly and with compassion to create positive impact. So let me start by first, my heartfelt congratulations and kudos to all of you for this noble and inspiring work and making a positive difference in the world. I especially commend all the youngsters for having these values, as well as all the parents, teachers, mentors, for instilling these values of service and community. And I'm humbled, honestly, to have been invited to speak to you all today and share some of my journey and some of what I have done. But I must say, that it is I who feel inspired by all your dedication and service. I have much to learn from you all as well. In any case, I'm glad to share some of my journey and some of the lessons I've learned along the way, and I hope that will be of some use to some of the youngsters here today. So in thinking about how I wanted to say or share what I've done, there are a few themes that I think I can frame my journey in. One of them is being curious and being a lifelong learner. That has defined, everything I've done, and I'll share a little bit of that with you shortly. And the second is, I've had always a passion and a love for science and technology, which I have combined with my love for learning to do all the stuff that I've done so far. And, the third was taking a different path, taking, the not standard ways of doing things, having the freedom to do what I really wanted to do, so becoming an entrepreneur. But all along, I've had this desire to, give something back, to, have a small positive impact in the world. So everything that I've done, I've tried to do that as well, which is why I think whatever everybody, all the wonderful stories that I heard today they really resonate with me. All the great work that Sewa is doing is exactly along the lines of, the way I have thought about how to give back. I've been fortunate and I've been able to combine all of this and all, everything that I've done so far. So all of that is what has given me a sense of purpose, has motivated me and, given me the energy to do what I've been able to do so far. So I grew up and I went to school in India. And, again, I feel blessed that I had some really great teachers and mentors. And they were the ones who taught me the value of education, instilled all the right values, but more importantly, instilled a love for learning. And I believe that has played a large part in whatever I've been able to achieve so far. And as I said earlier, when growing up, I loved science and technology, loved building things, tinkering with things, which is why I ended up studying engineering and going to IIT Madras. And then when I came to the US for doing my graduate studies, I did computer science and I learned programming. So I switched from, tinkering with physical things to tinkering and building digital things. And that's what computer programming is all about. instead of manipulating physical bits or atoms, you basically are manipulating digital bits of 0 and 1. And writing a computer program to solve a specific problem that somebody has is one of the most satisfying things you can do. I know I still find joy in doing that, in learning how to, do programming, learning new languages, and applying some of those things to solve real problems. So if any of you have written or, played with computers, you'll know what I'm talking about. The world today is being run by software. A famous Silicon Valley VC has said that software is eating the world, which basically means software is powering everything from toasters to phones to TVs to cars and rocket ships. So even if you've not tried programming, I strongly encourage you to try it, learn the basics, because it'll power most of the rest of the modern world for the remaining part of the century. Just like the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic were considered essential for everybody to learn in the last century, I think software and programming will be added as the 4th R to this list. So that is my first piece of advice or recommendation to all the youngsters out there. So let me now talk a little bit about how learning new things and my curiosity has helped me start all my ventures. Because basically this is what I've done. During each of the last 3 major shifts in technology in the last 30 years or so, the PC revolution, then the internet revolution, and now the AI revolution, in all these 3 cases, I got into them only because I was curious about this new technology. I learned it, and then I tried to apply it to solve real problems. So the first company that I started was a company that sold computer systems and complete software solutions to businesses. At that time, this was the late 80s, the PC revolution was in full swing. And my love for building and tinkering with computers prompted me to buy and assemble my first computer. I learned all about it on my own. And I combined that with my knowledge for programming to build solutions for businesses, including many Fortune 500 companies. So this was my first venture. And we did very well. We had some very large customers, including AT&T, Bell Communications Research, and a lot of companies in New Jersey and New York area. So this company, but then in the mid-90s, when the internet revolution dawned, I was again drawn to learn about this new technology that was sweeping the world, all about the internet. So I learned all about that, and I ended up starting a company for web design, web development, programming, and hosting. I also set up a venture in India to support that. And we ended up having clients in India, in US, and Europe, developing large web applications for these customers. But all of this was driven by my desire to apply this knowledge that I'd gained about the internet and web applications and programming to solve some real problems. And I think I'm really proud of what we accomplished during that time. And we still have many of those as customers even today, including some very large publications. We developed a large website for the Indian Railways, which was an interactive website, which had things like what you talk about today, Google Maps, point-to-point navigation. We developed some very early e-commerce sites and so on. So it was great fun, very rewarding. And finally, the company that I've started very recently, a company which is using AI to build solutions to solve problems and challenges. I started that because, after I did my computer science degree in the 80s, I was very fascinated by AI, but this was the era when there was something called an AI winter, which was AI was not, the technology of choice for a lot of problems, solving a lot of problems. So I ended up pursuing a slightly different career in regular systems programming and a management consultant before I started off on my own. But I never lost my interest in AI and tried to keep up with all the developments in the field. So a few years back when I was in India, I was on a break. I was learning about all this exciting progress in deep learning and what's happening in AI. So I decided to take a closer look. I signed up to an online course on machine learning from Stanford, completed it. I was really, refreshed my basics. And then I signed up for another course on deep learning on Coursera from Andrew Ng, which is a 5-part course, which teaches you all about recent advances in neural networks. So this course is what basically ended up teaching me all about AI and deep learning. I was hooked. So suddenly I gained this new knowledge, and it's like a superpower, which I could use to solve a new set of problems. So I just followed that intellectual curiosity and passion and love for learning is what basically has ended up, leading me to start all these different ventures, and it's been fun and rewarding. I like this quote attributed to Einstein. If I can just share my screen, I would like to just rest of the presentation. Is that possible to share a few slides? All right, never mind. I can just speak about it.
Yes, absolutely. Just give us a second, Arun.
Okay, great. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just give me a. Sorry about that. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Sorry about that. So, this quote attributed to Einstein, which says, "I'm neither clever nor especially gifted. I'm only very, very curious," kind of sums up how I think about learning and curiosity. And this other one from Steve Jobs, which talks about staying hungry and staying foolish, is not literally staying hungry or staying foolish. What it means metaphorically is never be satisfied, always push yourself, and do the things that people say cannot be done. So my advice to all of you young folks out there today is to not think of your education as over once you finish school, college, or graduate studies. Continue to be curious, feed your curiosity, and continue to learn. Become a lifelong learner. But there's another reason which is just as important to be willing to learn new stuff. We're living in a world of dizzying change and exponential change. A lot of the technologies that we use today, the internet, connectivity via smartphones, have fundamentally changed the world. The digitization of all of human knowledge in the palm of our hands, the result of all of these exponential changes. But there's more to come. The Internet of Things, sensors, combined with AI and advances in genomics and biotechnology, CRISPR, quantum computing, all of these, which are going to happen in the next 25 to 50 years, promise even more rapid and exponential change. And, to cope with all of these changes, you have to understand them. I also read recently that, a century back, knowledge was doubling every 100 years or so. And 50 years back, it was doubling every 25 years. Today, it is doubling every 12 hours. So you need to continue to learn, to continue to adapt to these changes. There's a very good quote from Alvin Toffler, in a book he wrote called Future Shock, in which he wrote that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And I think that basically sums up the way you should look at things. You have to become lifelong learners, follow your curiosity, follow your passion, and do what you love. And the key to being successful, therefore, is, just a second, let me see if there's some. Okay, I'm sorry, I somehow managed to stop my screen share, but sorry about that again. So, you need to, if you look at, how you want to be successful, I think you have to follow your passion. It's like this Venn diagram that I like, which shows you that if you can find out what you're good at, find the intersection of that with what you love to do, which is your passion, and find the intersection of those two things with what the world needs or would pay for, that's the sweet spot. And try to see if you can find the intersection of all of these three things. And, because if you do what you like to do and what it'll not feel like work. And if you do what you're good at, you will do it well, which is why the world would pay you for it. So, this is not easy to do, but it's well worth trying to find out as you try to figure out what you want to do with your life in the future. So in my case, I combine my passion for technology with my love for learning and my skill at building stuff and starting companies. So this is what I ended up doing. But in your case, it could be a job that's fulfilling or a career that's fulfilling, developing a design or product that people would like, or starting a new company, starting a social enterprise, or starting something that will change the world. So everything else will come automatically with that. But the key thing to remember is you need to be able to, in order to do that, you need to be willing to take risks, get out of your comfort zone, and overcome the fear that you may have of failing. So this is why you need to get out of your comfort zone, because the magic usually happens outside your comfort zone. So be willing to push yourself, overcome any fears that you may have, give up what you think is comfortable in order to take some risks, take those risks and push yourself to do what's going to really get you to make a difference in the world. A lot of times people think that success comes automatically or comes overnight. It's never a straight line. You got to start, you got to work really hard. You may end up failing a lot, but if you keep persisting, you'll end up, where you wanted to go. And that's what success usually looks like. It's never, a straight line. It's always a little messy, but give it your best shot and you'll get there. So, with that, I would like to just, if possible, take a few minutes to, okay, so I think looks like I might be running low on time, so I'm going to close here. But I just wanted to end with a couple of quotes here, which is, if you really want to, combine with all this, try to give back, because we really want to receive joy and happiness, and serve others with all your heart. Lift your burden, and your own burden will be lighter. Great quote to close out this. I think I would love to get involved with what Sewa International is doing. So once again, a heartfelt thanks to all of you. Congratulations on all the service and all the great work you're all doing. And thank you once again. All the best.
That was a wonderful speech, Arunji. Thank you so much. I'm sure there were a lot of takeaways for our young leads, not just the leads, it's for all of us as we go through the life, and beautiful lessons and very, very nice quotes. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful quotes. They were really good ones.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I hope you can share the presentation with us. We would definitely send it to all our leads. I'm sure they can take a second look at it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, it's our honor to welcome Arunji Kankani, who is the president of Sewa International, as our guest of honor. Sridharji was supposed to join us, but unfortunately, he is still in the airport. He just landed in India. So, Arunji, welcome, Arunji. Arun Kankani-ji is the Director of Inventory Management with Star Pipe Products. He is in Houston, Texas. He's also a member of the National Executive Team of the Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, USA. As a certified MBTI trainer, he has conducted many free MBTI workshops for non-profit workers and their families. He has worked in the social sector in India, the United Kingdom, and the United States. He has traveled extensively to many countries in Europe and the Caribbean on work related to social and cultural causes and to conduct training. Now I request Arunji to share his thoughts and activities happening at the national level. Welcome, Arunji.
Namaste, thank you. And what a wonderful and kind of inspiring presentation by Arun Shroffji. So I'm happy that I'm sharing the first name, but I wish I could share and tag on to his wisdom and the beautiful ideas that he shared with all of us. It was only a few minutes, but just to digest those things, it will take significant amount of time, because all those points that he mentioned, it was just a simple one line that being curious has led to so many things. But really understanding in depth what it means, it will certainly require a lot of focus and kind of attention from all of us. But I'm really very glad, and thank you, Arunji, for sharing the time and sharing your wisdom and guidance to all of us. And in particular, certainly, as you also said, it is very much appreciated for these young volunteers, where innovation for the next generation, for the future, really significant contribution is going to be from this generation. And you may be happy to know that one of the focus, or in fact what we call as our goal of the LEAD program, is to create socially conscious leadership in the community. So these are the youth, this youth who are high schoolers right now, but as they grow into the adulthood, having this understanding of what it means to be socially conscious, that is the goal of our LEAD program. That is why we have two components of the LEAD program. One is to actually experience the joy of giving, the real in-person doing something, making a difference, going into the community, seeing the pain, seeing the misery, seeing the difficulty, seeing the challenges firsthand, and see what can be done and be part of the solution. And it was really heartening to see today all the videos that I saw, and I must admit I did not know so much is going on in Central Jersey. I have talked to Rajesh in detail and was very happy to hear some of it, but to see the whole presentation was very very pleasing today. I must definitely say that. So one aspect, as I mentioned, for the LEAD program is to really give the experiential understanding of the society and how really we can make a difference. And the second part of the LEAD is to expose these youth to socially conscious leadership in the community, because having the role model is a very important thing in the growth. Having that type of aspiration that I want to become like that. In our childhood, when we used to watch Ramayana drama or Ram Leela, those things instilled this feeling that, okay, these are our role model. And there is in the subtle mind, this desire happens, okay, I want to be like this. I want to be like Hanuman. I want to become like Ram. This desire takes a kind of, the seed germinates there, which is very important for the future development of as an individual. So similarly, exposure to socially conscious leadership, we believe, will really give them a very important exposure to the role models that they can really look forward to. So I'm very glad, Arunji, that you took time off, and not only took time off, but really shared some of the things which is going to be very useful for all the especially young participants today and everyone in general also. Now, as it was just mentioned that I am filling the gap. Our board of director, Sridhar Talankeji, who is actually in flight, the plan was that when he is in between changing the flights, he'll be able to join this group. But due to some technical difficulties, he is not able to do so. I am right now filling in the gap. I will just add a couple of pointers. I don't know how much time I have. So Rajesh ji or somebody, can you just let me know how much time? Right now it is 3 o'clock. So I ensure that you don't have to remind me again and again of my time is up. Can somebody just mention how long?
Arunji, we are running a bit late, but you can use 4 or 5 minutes of your time. We would like to hear from you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, I would like to express my joy to see this, to join this event. And I can share that as I have attended pretty much most of the events that is happening in USA in various chapters. You all can take pride. This is the event where the largest number of high schoolers are attending the event. So I see here, I think I saw the number somewhere 190 or those many screens are there. And it appears to me that more than 70, 80 are the youth faces here. So, and amongst all the other events that I have attended so far, it is a first. So first, really congratulations to all the Karyakarta and all the youth who really have taken time out. And I know sitting through the events like this is a painful thing. I also have 2 children, so I know how difficult it is for the teenagers and young people to sit for the events like this. It's not easy, but you are sitting, not only sitting, but you are really watching the fruits of your efforts. You are seeing what all you have done in a nutshell. It is, I'm sure it is as motivating to all of you as it is motivating and inspiring to me. Second thing I will share is that although Central Jersey is a new chapter, just 3 years, but you all can take pride that you are number 1 in the highest number of lead participants as far as I know. And today, after watching all the presentations that you made, I think the number of variety of serve programs, the local variety, different types of programs that you have taken in Central Jersey, I think you are number 1. As far as I know, I will do again some research, but the number of type of things that you have done, whether it is cleaning the river or veterans home or all those sort of different innovative things that you have done. So I must congratulate you that the type of projects that you have taken up, creative projects, and these are going to be very inspiring. I will request you at this point of time to jot down or make a 1 page for each type, how it was thought of, what was done, why you took it up, how you executed it, because that will become very useful for other chapters also who are starting activities. It could be a very good guide for them. The third thing I will share is perhaps New Jersey, Central New Jersey chapter is first in one innovation, and Arun Shravji will be happy to hear about it, because at the end of the day, what he described, it leads to that curiosity, learning, unlearning, and relearning. All this thing basically has to result into innovation. What we are doing, we have to do different things because the times are changing. In Sansar, in Sanskriti, in Sanskrit Bhasha, the Sansar means the word, it has the breakdown of Samyak Sar iti Sansaraha. That is what is constantly diminishing, constantly changing. Samyak Sar iti Sansaraha. That is the word. So word is changing, and unless we innovate, and we have to innovate in the field of the social aspect also. So here is what perhaps all of you may not know, but you have done, and which is really direction in which now we are thinking. We had taken some steps and some experiments other places, and we were exploring, but you have proved that it is a working concept, and that is the concept of neighborhood seva. The way in the Central Jersey chapter, you have divided 5 different cities and created units, small units, and that is the model we are planning to adopt. And I think Central Jersey has become the first chapter to lead the way in a way, and we will learn other chapters. We are going to encourage to do this similar model, which is neighborhood seva, which is more practical, which is more useful, and which is also in line with our ethos. We say Hindu faith-based organization. So Sewa International, Hindu faith-based, it's not that it is only for Hindus or serving only Hindus, no. We say Hindu faith-based because our inspiration comes from the values that we draw, as Arunji beautifully described at the beginning, selfless seva. That aspect is very unique, and right now I won't be able to speak much about it, but we all need to know that it is the essence, that value system, that is what the principles that we take, those are from the Hindu philosophy, and that is why we call ourselves as the Hindu faith-based organization. So it's a matter of great pride and happiness. With across the country, we have more than 43 chapters. Across the world, we have now more than 20 countries where Seva movement is taking shape. But I am very glad to see and participate in the Central Jersey's program and see that in the 3 years only, you are already coming out as leader, and you'll be perhaps innovate new programs, new ideas in terms of organization, in terms of program, in terms of methodologies, which will be really help us to serve our community better and more. Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, Arunji. A big pat on all of the leads back. Congratulations. We are the New Jersey is leading, right? That's awesome. Thank you so much, Arunji. A big pat on all of the leads back. Congratulations. We are the New Jersey is leading, right? That's awesome. Congratulations. That should inspire us and continue to do more such exclusive projects. So hopefully the leads, after hearing such encouraging words from Arunji, the Arunjis, hopefully all the kids will bring even more exclusive projects for the year of 2020 to 2021. Good luck and congratulations again. I know we ran a little over time. It's 4:08. We will take another 15 minutes. We have our guest of honor to address us, and then comes the fun part, or the most awaited part of the award ceremony. And I know all the kids are waiting to look at their certificates and their names. Don't forget to cheer them up, but staying muted. Okay, so now let's move on to our guest of honor. Today we have, it's a pleasure to have Shyam Kusigiji. Shyam Kusigi is a VP for Sewa for Sewa. He's a consultant in the financial industry in the US. He has a deep passion for service activities and is associated with Sewa International for many years. He is active in local organizations in Delaware and Pennsylvania. He practices yoga, likes Indian classical music, and is a keen student of world history. He lives with his family in Newark, Delaware. Now I request Shyamji to share his thoughts and activities happening at national level. Shyam Kosigiji.
Namaste. Respected Arun Sharafji, Sewa International National President Arun Kankaniji, Sewa International Vice President Fund Development and Marketing Shri Sandeep Khadkekar ji, Program Director Shri Prem ji, Chapter Coordinators, Joint Coordinators, lead participants' parents, and my dear lead participants. Today is Sunday afternoon. We should have nice lunch, watch movies, and relax. Here something different is happening. What is this? 186 people have joined today afternoon at 2:30, showing so much keen interest in this program. This shows that how our lead program has effectively gave an impression in your local community. This is really amazing. After seeing so many programs, already Arunji talked about it, we really appreciate your efforts here. I see that so many new faces here and parents are here. I will take this opportunity and talk about Sewa International, little bit, our guiding principles, what are our guiding principles, and I'll talk about little bit about lead program also. So we believe in, there is a Subhashita, Bhartruhari Subhashita, Ayam Nijah Paroveti, Ganana Laghuchetasam, Udara Charitanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. A narrow-minded person thinks about this is mine and this is yours. But a broad-minded person thinks entire family is entire world is your family. So this is Sewa International's one of the guiding principles. And second one is, you might have heard, Manava Sev, Madhava Seva. Means serving humanity is serving divinity. See, these two are our guiding principles and we take very seriously, and Sewa International Karyakartas really believe in these two guiding principles and they work in organization every day. That is the motivation factor for us. And Sewa International today, as Arunji already talked about, there are 43 chapters in 22 states. And Sewa never take credit, and we don't say that Sewa is a champion. We are the only people who are doing service activity in our local communities. We believe in an ecosystem. What is that ecosystem Sewa believes in? Sewa as an organization, we have volunteers, very important part, donors, we have national board, we have national team members, at local level we have chapters. Moreover, we have partner organizations. Sewa believes in working with all organizations. If you see our title, our slogan, working together, that is our way of functioning. So we believe in working together. So we believe that Sewa is not kind of a sitting on somewhere in the island, but we believe in working together. So all these components of our Seva's ecosystem makes really our Sewa International. So as Arunji already talked about, we are Hindu faith-based organization, but we take Mulataha, we take the dharmic principles from our scriptures, but we serve entire humanity. Coming to the lead program, today it looks like a graduation party. Lead participants, you guys have really worked for 6 months and today you are getting Presidential Service Awards. That's really great. But my point is, when you have done this Sewa International Leadership Program, I know that many people are happy to get this Presidential Service Award, but what is the real motivation behind this? What should be our way of thinking here? I know that already a couple of kids have talked about it. In future, you may grow as a leader in your own sector. Today, we see that Arun Sharafji is like an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be a professor, who knows? We can expect one United States president from this group. It definitely is possible, right? So wherever you go, you keep service attitude in your mind. That is what this lead program is trying to inculcate in your brain. That is one thing. Second thing is, you should understand why we are doing this lead program. So whenever I say lead, I remember one shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna talked about it in Karma Yoga. The shloka is like this: Yadyadacharati sreshtaha tattadeve tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokasthadanuvartate. Probably you might have heard about this shloka. The meaning is, whatsoever a great man does, that other men also do. Whatever he sets standard, that the whole world follows. This is a classical definition of a leader. That is what Lord Krishna talked about it. So this is one of the motivating shloka we should remember, and you as a leads really take this shloka very seriously. Krishna talks about a sreshta. Sreshta means a excellent human being. What are those qualities he talked about? Great virtues like courage, empathy, integrity, helping others. These are some of the qualities one should have to be considered as a leader. So these are some of the principles Sewa International really believes in, and we really want to promote these values in our local community. So these are our motivational factors why we have done this LEAD program. Hope you all enjoyed our LEAD program. For 6 months you guys have worked, and today you are graduated, getting presidential certificates here. And I will ask you one thing, take pause for a minute and think about it. Sure, you got award here. Everybody should congratulate you. But how many people are involved in evolving this program? And who are there to help you during your journey? Your parents, your siblings, probably your local community officials, your local chapter coordinators, all volunteers who are involved in this LEAD program. All these people are behind your success today. So you have to really thank all those people and also take pride in getting this presidential certificate today. And once again, congratulations to you, and also congratulations to Central Jersey team making this a big success. Arunji already talked about it. You are a #1 chapter. So many volunteers have participated, and you should be a role model to our entire nation. And we will try to take some of your projects, whatever you guys are doing, and we'll try to implement in other chapters also. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Shamji. That was a very nice quotes that you gave us. Thank you so much. Of course, our leads have been working for last 1 year. Hard work. It's been challenging with the pandemic in full flesh. Now, to the exciting moment that all of you have been waiting for, volunteer recognition from, we'll start with Cherry Hill. This is a Sewa appreciation letter. You all will be receiving something similar to this with your name on it. So please await. And this will be the PVSA certificate also. Whoever is for the qualified leads who are getting this, you will receive this as well. Check with your center coordinator. And also you'll be receiving the president letter along with your PVSA and the medal for the qualified leads for whoever met the eligible criteria. Congratulations, everyone. Now over to announce Cherry Hill leads. Dhriti Kagati, Pranav Reddy Palle, Rijul Kumar Verma, Sarayu Nalamalapu,
A big hands to them. Now we move on to recognizing leads from Chesterfield. Adit Tumala, Advita Gavani, Akshara Narhari, Amit Guadin, Anisha Sai Pavani, Anvita Naikote, Arnav Dhareja, Arya Rajesh, Aryan Katragadda, Ashlyn Sethi, Ashta Rajpal, Avijit Karthikeyan, Avinash Sai Pavani, Isha Srivastava, Inia Sundararajan, Kashif Sheikh, Kriti Paidipalli, Manavi Gupta, Manya Aravelli, Medha Singireddy, Meghna Dhiram, Neha Yerra, Nitilan Rajmohan, Parthiv Bhanu Valmikam, Pranav Ramagiri, Ravikiran Modukuru, Riya Patel, Satvik Kambampatti, Sahant Paladuga, Sai Skanda Tumala, Sanjay Gwadin, Sanket Kamath, Saumya Khurana, Shreya Alugonda, Siddharth Tadi, Smera Kalra, Srinath Chadive, Srinitya Tadisina, Sumant Reddy Donur, Tanushri Aravind, Tanvi Kundur, Tarak Nelluri, Trisha Vellur, Vishishta Ginjupalli.
Now, let's look at the Edison leads. And in advance, I want to say sorry for if we mispronounce any names, myself or Akila ji.
Thank you.
Arushi Gaikwad, Ashka Dave, Aditi Kudwa, Anish Akkala, Arav Sharma, Arnav Ganesh, Ashish Manavarte, Atharva Kandar, Bharat Krishnan, Diya Patel, Ishan Ankulkar, Rishikesh Menon, Karthik Patidar, Kaushik Mahesh, Kavya Javadula, Manas Gupta, Neha Bhatt, Nitya Kantan, Pari Agarwal, Prabhat Mishra, Pranav Praveen Kumar, Rashi Maheshwari, Raima Khan, Ramya Lakshmi, Ritvik Kuchuru, Shriya Chintawar, Shubhransh Joshi, Siddhant Ravi, Siddharth Ponram, Shri Mumudi, Shrishti Paul, Suhas Murthy, Tanya Sriram, Veena Manikandan.
Cheers to them. We now move on to the recognizing the leads from Monroe. Aditi Mahendran, Advait Joshi, Akhil Manam, Aniket Bairam, Anurag Tadpaneni, Arya Shah, Jabili Kuruvella, Mahati Chitti, Navya Sharma, Sanvi Damera, Preyoshi Ghosh, Prushti Pasapuri, Sukamani Dehar. Congratulations to all the leads. Over to Ritesh ji.
Thank you, Akhila ji. So, leads, I know you were just waiting for this, but believe me, even in my 1 minute or less than 1 minute thank you note, you still have some surprise. So, stay tuned. So, let me start. Namaste, everyone. As we have reached the end of our program, let me start with a saying: the best present you can give a person is your time. With this quote, on behalf of Sewa International Center, New Jersey chapter, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for everyone involved and their valuable contribution in attending today's Sewa Annual Milan program. Now, first of all, thank you, Mr. Arvind Shravji, for your precious time, the motivation you give and you provide to our leaders, and being able to grace the occasion. Thank you, Shyamji, for your constant guidance to our chapter. Your advice and guidance helped us think through beyond the limit and overcome the challenges from time to time. We also appreciate Arun Kankhani ji for giving a vision and taking time out today to join us on a very short notice. Of course, all this effort wouldn't have been possible unless parents encourage their kids to be part of our program and help the society. So many thanks to all the parents as well. Now I would like to congratulate all our leads for promoting the giving back culture in tough times like this and wish you a very bright future and continued success. Last but not least, as we all are aware that a truly great volunteer is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. We are also very grateful for the energy, enthusiasm, and dedication all our Sewa volunteers bring us, which makes our mission that much smoother. So thank you all the volunteers, coordinators, and everyone involved with Sewa International for your valuable time. And leads, this is a surprise. This is not all it. Do watch out on your respective centers WhatsApp group as some exciting news is coming your way. Please also note that after the Shanti Mantra, which is after the thank you note, we will be keeping the bridge open, and those who want to speak, please message the host so we can, in orderly manner, call your name to say a few words. Now with this, let's wish for the betterment of society and individual next with Shanti Mantra. Thank you. Over to you, Akhila ji.
Thank you, Ritesh ji. Thank you all for joining us today. And thank you for staying. I know we went over by about 30 minutes, but thank you so much. Thank you. I know with the COVID, we didn't have, hoping nobody had to go anywhere. Thank you so much. We will do the Shanti Mantra. You see the meaning here. It's basically for the welfare of all of us. Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all. We now also request our prominent guests to share your few words and give us some guidance. The bridge is open, like Ritesh ji mentioned, so please do write in so we can call one after the other.
Can I have
Also, maybe, yeah, all of you, please
Jonathan?
turn your camera on. If we can take a picture, somebody to click picture for every screen. For now, we have 6 pages. I don't know on which screen you all will be, but please keep posing and smiling, okay? And please turn your cameras on. We are going to take some pictures. Give some lovely smiles and adjust your camera. Ready? I don't know, I can see, but I'm not sure. I'm taking pictures.
Akilansi?
Yes.
Yes, someone turned off my video and it's not letting me start the video.
Oh, Sahi, okay, let's see. Ask to start the video. Can you try now? Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So ready, one screen.
Wait, my video is disabled.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, there is an option if you can do allow everyone to on their video.
Check.
Both can do that.
Okay. I see everyone's video is
Yeah.
enabled. Everyone's video is enabled. Anyone missing?
Yeah, Nisha ji is the technical person.
Okay, let us know if anyone else is having a trouble. And I also request others to, Nishaj, if you can take the screenshot as well. Smile, please. Anisha, I see you're not smiling.
Okay, I would, after this, I would like to invite Jonathan Litz. He is the ex-director of Subcom, which is the company, technology company, which makes the underwater cables. And anything that you're doing on WhatsApp, Google, Facebook, any social media is probably going through that cable. Our kids visited this facility last year. This year, they could not do this because of the pandemic. Jonathan, would you like to please say something on today's Sewa Milan?
Yes, thank you very much, Rajesh Ji. I want to thank everybody for inviting me. I knew very little about this organization, and I enjoyed it immensely. I also enjoyed very much both Arun's presentations, as I feel that my value system is very much aligned with what we heard from them today. And I look forward to participating in future meetings with Rajesh Ji, as I have some history to share and some good feelings about STEM and learning, and every day is a new learning experience. So thank you very much for inviting me. I enjoyed immensely today's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will be in touch. Next, I would like to see if Jennifer from New Brunswick High School, she's the counselor, we are exploring some possibilities in a program. Is she available? Would she like to speak? I saw her, but I'm not sure if she still.
Rajesh, I think she dropped.
Oh, she. Okay. Let me see. Mr. and Mrs. Singh, they are our sponsors from Rising Future. May I ask, is she, Mrs. Singh, I can see. Can we focus Mrs. Sumit Twain, please? Mrs. Singh, would you like to speak? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Sumit, and I'm very much impressed. I knew a few things about this organization, but I didn't know that you guys are doing such an awesome job. I am glad if I can be more help to you guys. I'm really impressed. The way you guys did the presentation today, the dances, the piano, the 2-3 people who came in with their presentation. I got to know more about you guys. I'm proud to be associated with you guys. And if I can be more help, please let me know. Thank you, Sharma
Thank
ji,
you.
for bringing us in.
Mr. Singh is around. Would he like to speak, or he's busy in the?
He's
Okay.
taking a
I will
class
not.
right now.
Yeah,
It is a
thank you,
virtual
but,
class, but I can pull him out in some time.
Okay, so if he comes for after some time, just text me, and if we are still around, I would like him to speak.
Sure, sure. I'll get back to you.
Sandeshi, we had officials from Chesterfield. Have they still been around?
I think they have left, Rajeshji.
Yeah. So we had officials from Council of Chesterfield from Mettachan, but because of the long program, it's kind of thing. I would like to open it up if Sandeep Khandekarji is with us from Fund and Marketing. Would he like to say a few words? I hope he saw the program, his feedback. Prem Pasruliji is here. Vijayji is here. I would like them to please, if they want to speak.
I enjoyed the whole program. I was there the whole time. It is very inspiring.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Yes. And so many lead participants. In fact, the attendance 180 plus is also very surprising. I was expecting less than 100 people, and it was almost double. So that shows the enormous growth. So thanks for inviting us.
Appreciate. We have Gaurav Singhal-ji. He joined a little bit late because he was in another Batak today. He's from HSS, Northeast Sehkaryawaha. Gaurav-ji, would you like to say something? I know you joined late.
First of all, I really apologize. Even last week, I was in the same thing happened when I joined North Jersey Sewa program. That same day, we have the clash of the meetings. But again, I have seen the growth of the Sewa International work in Central South Jersey. I think kudos to the whole team, all the lead volunteers. And you guys are inspirational to all of us. Lots of things we can learn from each other. And I'm sure there are many moments will come when we will get the chance to work together. But I think it's inspired to coming generation, and definitely we'll work together. But again, congrats to all the leads for putting all these efforts in various projects. And I get the chance to closely work with few of them with Sewa Diwali also. But again, Dhanyavad Rajeshji, and big Abhinandan to all your team members for putting this beautiful ceremony, which I missed. I'm going to show the recording, I'm sure. But again, Dhanyavad.
Yes, we will.
So Rajesh, earlier
yes.
in Balagokulams, we used to say that connect mom and the whole family gets connected. But I think now for Sewa,
it's different now.
The teenager in the family and the whole family gets connected.
Yes.
Rajesh, I think
Paresh
James is there.
I think Premji is with us. Premji, I know you were having some difficulty connecting. Appreciate you are in. Would you like to say something, please?
You're on mute, Premji. Premji, you're on mute.
Can we unmute him, please?
Yeah, I'm on mute. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, so the program, I did not realize actually we ran 30 minutes before, more, actually no, 38 minutes more. We did not realize because it was so interesting. Very well conducted. And Rajesh-ji, Sandesh-ji, Anita-ji, Akila-ji, Chitra-ji, everybody, and all the Karyakartas. Congratulations. Even in the pandemic times, the way Central has conducted lots of service programs. As Arunji mentioned, most of the programs actually are exemplary to other chapters. Congratulations, team. And the leads, congratulations. And it's great actually for next year, already you booked 134 leads. That's another highlight. Congratulations for all the great work.
Thank you, Premji. Paras Jan ji, he is from staff's prep. They do standardized test training. He is able to join. Paras, do you want to have a few seconds? Okay, great that you are set to speak.
Of course. Well, thank you, Mr. Sharma, for inviting me. It really was a beautiful event this afternoon, and I'm glad I was able to learn about the organization, which I didn't really know much about before this evening. I don't know if there are any middle schoolers that are part of Sewa, or is it really focused on high schoolers? But either or, for my middle schoolers and the high schoolers that are here tonight, I truly, truly believe this. You may not fully realize this right now, but it's experiences you'll gain from being a part of organizations such as Sewa that'll become part of your memory highlight reel as you continue your journey of life. So I think it's really cool, all the things that you guys are doing. It is something that'll stick with you as you move on. We at Staff's Prep, we are super excited to partner with Sewa this year. I think Mr. Sharma will send out more information about this, but on January 12th from 6 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting a free SAT crash course for all students for the Sewa chapter. But like I said, Mr. Sharma will share the information about how to sign up and how to get that going. But not only come January, we're looking to work with Sewa as we move on. Mr. Sharma, thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Paras. So that's the news for leads that Paras already broke. We will be sending you some links. So watch your WhatsApp group, your emails. You don't want to miss this one. I have, Sandesh, you have anybody else that, Vijayji is online.
I think
Vijayji was
Nancy,
the original.
I think Nancy is there. We can, Sandesh, do you want to invite her? Okay.
Yeah, I checked with Nancy. I think there's nothing to talk, I guess.
We had the, Anita ji, we had the community garden from Monroe.
Yeah, Miss Ellen. I don't see her now, Rajesh.
Okay. Vijayji is on the line. Vijayji is able to join. Vijayji, would you like to say something? Vijayji.
Congratulations.
Vijayji
Namaste. Namaste.
Yeah, we hear you, Vijayji. Go ahead.
Yeah. Congratulations to the team. And then the MCs have done wonderful job. It's good to see. And I already see Anurag and Aditi are helping me to start a lead program in other cities. They're already coming forward. So I encourage all the leads who completed successfully to volunteer their summer time. If you have done your 12th grade, your college admission is in hand, you can give your entire summer for Sewa. So the benefit you received can also reach to the other cities. So there is a lot of enthusiasm. Indianapolis, Madison, Milwaukee. Just now I got a call from Pittsburgh. So all these cities are interested. So we need youth volunteers to spend their summer so that we can spread this concept across other cities. Thank you.
Rashmita ji was on from the North Jersey chapter, was with us. I don't see her any longer. If she is still on the line, I would like to invite her to speak. If not, I will open it for some parents if they want to share any experience in her. Any parents wants to speak?
So you can unmute yourself now.
And speak. Going one, going two. Okay. I assume it's a long program. Arunji, sorry, go ahead. Anybody?
Yeah. So this is Anand. I'm Karthik's father, and just want to thanks to Sewa team to give an opportunity to leads to grow personally, right? Because I have seen the change, right? And Karthik in this 1 year, right? As this program helped them learn the leadership skills, but at the same time, the cultural value, what Hindu culture brings in, right? It's very important for the kids to learn that, and that selfless service of what they have learned, right? And I can clearly see that difference in him. So thanks a lot for the Sewa program to give them an opportunity to grow personally, as well as getting the values as well as the qualities which will help them into the future in college and future life too. So thanks a lot for that.
I'm Karthik's mother, and I also want to thank all the leads and all the program managers. So Karthik learned a lot from this program, during this program, and we really thanks to all the people contributed in this program.
Thank you. Do you have any other parents want to talk?
Yeah, hi. Rajeshji, this is Shilpa, Suhas Murthy's mom. I would like to thank Sewa family for the opportunity. My son completed Leads program. He re-enrolled himself. Yes. He truly enjoys it, and his younger brother, who's in 8th grade, he's excited to join the program, and they have started working on the bracelet project for children. And I am short of words to say how thankful I am for the Sewa opportunity that my children are blessed with. And I myself, being part of the journey as a parent volunteer, I'm connected with parents and children. This is something that I truly enjoy apart from being a physician in my professional life. Thank you, Sewa.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Sarma Chitti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am father of Mahati Chitti.
Yeah.
She's a lead. She's a lead participant in Monroe.
Yes, you know her very well.
Yeah, thanks to Anita ji and other organizers and volunteers and team members and board members of Sewa. Yeah, I'm very confident that my daughter was very interested, and she did a lot of projects with full dedication and with interest, real interest. That's why they came up very well, and I'm very, very happy with her involvement and also quality service to the neighborhood. And again, this whole thing happened because of introduction and information given by Sam Kosigi.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Sewa, and it actually
Sanjay had mentioned.
Yeah. So that he inspires a lot of people. That's what I like, and because of him, I know that a lot of the school high school people, high schoolers are joining and involving in the self services. Thank you, Sam, and thank you, Rajesh ji, and other people, and Anita ji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Your daughter is very talented singer as well. We had her video circulated during COVID. So thank you very much.
Yeah, she's
very, very gifted singer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do we have anybody else who wants to speak? I know we are running water, but we cannot stop because we do want to hear.
Yeah, namaste, Rajesh ji. This is Vijay. This is Advait Joshi's dad and
yes,
Ashwini.
Vijay.
Yeah, so I think there are all parents have already expressed how helpful it is for the kids. But I especially wanted to thank to all the organizers and the coordinators. I know sometimes it's challenging to work with the teenagers, but so I really appreciate the patience and the dedication of all the coordinators and the office bearers of Sewa International. It's sometimes it's a challenging job for you people to work with the teenagers and sometimes manage them. So that was a additional point I wanted to bring up. Apart from all the good words, well-deserving words from all the rest of the parents, but really appreciate your patience and hard work. So this is definitely one of the good way you people are helping connect the teenagers growing across 7 seas with the culture that we inherited. Dhanyawad.
I will just take 2 seconds if Arunji, our president, has any other feedback to give us on this program, or Shyamji has to give any feedback. Please, Shyamji or Arunji.
Very good initiative is there, which is wonderful. And one thing I had suggested to Rajesh, and perhaps he will talk to all of you. We have started a new initiative, Know Your Healthy Self. And that is something which really can become a positive community-based initiative for positive health among the whole community. So teenagers can be the driving force for it. They can be the driver for bringing the positive, healthy habits in their parents, which is very important. It is unfortunate but true that there are the heart attacks in the Indian community, Asian Indian community is relatively higher. And that is a sad thing. And it is, there could be many reasons. But this is one initiative through the LEAD program, leaders, if we can really bring a positive change in the families, that would be a wonderful initiative.
Yeah, we are working on that, Arunji. and we will be getting back to you. Shyamji, any departing comments, any feedback, any thought?
Yeah, very well coordinated today, all the whole event, Rajeshji. Congratulations to entire team. Very good team effort is there. Probably you must be doing, it would be nice to take feedback from all these lead participants. If you have already done, that's great. Otherwise, we should take some kind of a feedback so that it is helpful for our future programs.
Will do, Shyamji. 50% of the participants roll forward most of the time. So
okay.
Whatever where some of them became seniors they're going to college, and some of them go for other programs. But usually we have 50 to 60% roll forward. So I will definitely take that that feedback. Those who are not with us, but definitely even if they leave. The last year they come and did some camps for us. So we keep connection with their families and those leads in general. So I will definitely take this into account. With that, we will say thank you to everybody for joining today. Our Chitraji, Akhilaji, do you have to say any closing remarks that is as a MC for the organization or the event? Sorry.
No, I just want to say it went extremely smooth. All the coordination and everything. I think the back end work was very smoothly executed. That was wonderful. Planning, Sandeshji.
Yes.
So Chitraji, namaste. Actually, I did not know you are part of Sewa. So glad to see you.
Namaste, Premji.
Chitraji joined us in the.
Thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Dhanyawad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Premji? I think Premji.
Chitraji, bataiye.
Bataiye. Rajeshji was saying something.
Yeah, I was saying Chitraji joined us during the mission mask.
I see. Yeah, for one of the students who were stranded, then we moved to Rekhaji actually.
Yeah.
Rekha Raviji moved to New Jersey. At that time, Chitraji provided food support to, and actually she went and she met him.
Yeah.
Even Rekhaji did that.
I didn't know.
Right.
Now, after I joined Sewa, I knew what a big help and what kind of work we were doing from a hotline perspective. It was a small grain that I came and I didn't even know at that time. Rekhaji just asked something. I said, that's fine. It is nice. Now, when we see a whole picture, it's beautiful. Definitely. Very nice.
And
Thank
Sandeshji,
you,
then Akhilaji, namaste. You are a great MC.
Namaste. Thank you, Premji. Thank
Premji
you very
says
much,
that only to Akhilaji.
Actually, Rekhaji,
Yeah.
I know, of course, so we work together
Yes.
in the COVID times.
Yes, Premji, you are the inspiration.
It was very nice working with you, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
actually I was discussing with about our family services.
Yes.
As part of that, your name came from, Rajesh also mentioned that you are going to lead Central Jersey chapter for family services. That's very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You are
so
the
there
inspiration
is
for that.
right.
Yeah, I learned
Sandeshji?
from you.
Thank you.
Okay, shall we close this Zoom call now? Everybody's good?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
everybody.
Long day. Sandeshji, take some rest. Sandeshji has been busy for last 1 month until midnight, up to 2 a.m. This all whatever came is, his work.